We spent our future dollars. That's what you're hearing in Washington right now is there's arguments over the spending of our future dollars. We're not spending today's dollars because if you look at how much our government's going into debt more and more and more every single day, by tens and hundreds of millions of dollars a day we're going into debt. What are we doing? We're spending tomorrow's dollars. We're assuming we're going to have that money on out. Now, a country can get away with that for quite a long time. Individuals can't. And it's individuals who watch this show. And individuals, if they spend tomorrow's dollars, it's going to be time to pay off at one time or another.
Sure.
And they can't put it off forever. They can't just keep taxing more or devaluing their currency or whatever. We don't, as individuals, have a currency to devalue. We can't continue borrowing. We can't tax people to get the money from them. And we can't, very dangerous to presume upon the future. The Bible's full with examples. The man who built the storage units because he said, I'm going to need this. And God said, no, you're never going to be able to enjoy that because you're making assumptions about what's going to happen in the future. So while the economy is doing actually okay, but just okay, don't think it's getting great, but it's not trashed out. It's somewhere in that middle ground. But we as individuals don't have much control over that. We do have control over what we and our family do. And we and our family have to moderate what we do. It's like, it's like, will one cigarette kill you? No. Will one drink put you in the gutter? No. But you know what? If you keep adding and adding and adding on to that, that's where the trouble comes from. Will watching a TV show make it impossible for you to study for your homework? No. Will watching the TV show for 8 hours when you come home from school keep you from doing your homework? Yes. There's a moderation you have to do. And it has to do also with making sure that you're spending your time and your money in the right place. This program is an excellent example. We're supposed to praise and worship the Lord, aren't we?
Yes.
We're supposed to disciple others and be discipled ourselves.
That's right. That's right.
We're supposed to be open to discipline and be open to not judge others, but help them in seeing what they are doing. We're there to witness unto others. Now, why the Lord chooses us to do that, I have no idea. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't have to make sense to me. He says that's what we should do. And that's as much part of our duty to God as it is to make sure our budget's balanced, to make sure that we're saving the money that we've promised. If we say to our kids, I'm going to send you to college, but we don't save a dime for the college. Yeah. Or you've got $5,000 saved up for your kid's college, and that's not going to pay for the first year. Who are you lying to? Are you lying to your child? Are you lying to yourself? Well, yes. But you know what else you're lying to? You're lying to God. Yeah. And so if we can just remember that we have a God, a holy God, a just God, a glorious God.
That's right.
Who loves us and wants the best for us. If we can remember that, two things are going to happen. One is we're going to more often do the right thing and know what the right thing is to do as well. But the other thing is when trials and tribulations come, when we lose our job or a friend loses our job or we develop cancer or our sister or brother is struck down by a heart attack, you know what? We're not going to say everything's out of control. Because I know it isn't. Because I know who is in control and I know whose hands I'm in. Yeah. And that's the message I really want to bring.
Well, I'm going to tell you, especially in a time in which we live, we definitely need that type of message. Because I think that all of us need to be wise stewards over what God has blessed us. But when I look at so many things that's taking place, and when I see the 99... I'm trying to think the sinners that are marching now, and how it seems like the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. It seems like times in which we live, we need to have a positive message. And I thank God that I'm a believer, knowing that the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want, and He'll supply my every need. But I have to be wise over what He's blessed me with.
Amen to that. Amen and amen.
Amen. Let me ask you, Brother Gary, there's going to be an upcoming seminar, I understand, that's going to be taking place on December the 8th. What's that all about?
Well, at the end of the year, and we try to sandwich it between Thanksgiving and Christmas, so we don't have people on vacation either side. And so December the 8th, that's a Thursday night, if I'm not mistaken. We're having a seminar. You just can call my offices and ask more about it. But it's where we have an accountant come in. We have Benet Ayers, a friend of mine, coming in that's going to talk about what's happened with the tax laws in the last year. There's been some changes, and you may not have heard a lot of the changes because there's so much other stuff going on Capitol Hill, but there's been some changes, a lot of which were kind of in the laws already. They just changed this year. What you need to do to prepare your taxes, your paperwork, etc., for that end of year, because once you get to the end of the year, you can't change anything that happened this year.
That's
so
right,
what do you need to do? What do you need to do next year to do a better job with your taxes next year? And then I'm going to come in and talk about what we saw this year when it came to money and investments and rules that govern our lives in that area, and what I see is going to happen in the next year or two in the future. So it's where I get my crystal ball. Now let me tell you, my crystal ball really doesn't work. But it's cloudy, it's fuzzy, it's cracked, it's broken.
It's been working.
And I need glasses, so what's good as a crystal ball? But it's trying to make sense of all the numbers, all the yammerings, all the people that, let's face it, no matter what you believe, there's an expert who's making $1 million a year on TV or just released a book that tells you that's the way it is. And there's another expert that tells you the exact opposite thing. So how do you bring those two things together? And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about taxes. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about what's happening with the economy. It's our year-end wrap-up of what's going on and our look forward to the next year. It's a great way to get started. And you know what? The price is excellent because it doesn't cost a dime.
I think that's a great price.
As long as you reserve a space so we have room for you, sure. Then you can come. If you call up in time for us to say, yeah, there's a space for you, you can come.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you can get in touch with you. What's the phone number again?
It's 692-6885. So
Okay.
692-6885. You can call right now if you want to. It'll just go to my voicemail, leave your name, leave your phone number, let me know how many people are calling. I'll get back with you, let you know we got that reservation, and we'll make sure there's a place for you.
Well, I want you to know how much truly appreciate you coming by and sharing with us tonight. And you know that you always, down through the years, have always had a great spot on the Mission Gospel train, always giving us a good tidbits and tips on how to handle our finances, and we truly appreciate you. And we want all of our friends to take advantage of this upcoming seminar, which is on December the 8th from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. right there at the courtyard by Myriad.
It's a courtyard. It's the one that's on Lawrence Road, right across the street from Walmart, behind the Jack in the Box. So if you know where Walmart is, the big Walmart on Lawrence Road, there's a Jack in the Box that's built right across the street from it. Behind there, there's a hotel. That's where it is.
All right.
And if you don't know, just call us. We'll give you directions.
All right. Well, thank you so much for,
You're very welcome.
coming by here. Put our hands together. Thank God for none other than Brother Gary Silverman sharing right here. Beloveds, we'll be right back after word from a few of our wonderful sponsors.
When you need quality, where can you go? Downtown Pharmacy. All your medical needs, tell me where could it be? Downtown Pharmacy. When you need cosmetics, where can you get it? Downtown Pharmacy. With the drive-thru and call service, I think you deserve this. Downtown Pharmacy. Well, Downtown Pharmacy. Come on, no doubt. It's Downtown Pharmacy. 940-767-4345, 1100 Scott Street, Wichita Falls, Texas.
One Way Construction is a family-owned and operated business with 25 years of experience doing commercial and residential construction. Call One Way for all of your construction needs. Asphalt and concrete paving, demolition, underground utility cables, dirt moving, and more.
No job too large, no job too small. Go the right way. Call One Way. 405-427-6377.
At River Oaks Care Center, we might be the smallest home with the biggest heart, but we definitely have the best food of any nursing facility in Wichita Falls. Voted best food by our residents and even our staff. Food never tasted so good. River Oaks Care Center is still the smallest home with the biggest heart.
Hi, my name is Janelle Tyson. Don't miss that gospel train, everybody.
Coming to Wichita Falls, December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, Sandy Patty, Choirs and Orchestra in the North Texas Christmas Spectacular.
Angels we have heard.
To purchase tickets, visit NorthTexasChristmas.com or call First Baptist Church. A North Texas Christmas with Sandy Patty, December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at First Baptist Church of Wichita Falls.